We have a box. What could a box this size be? Oh, what could it be? There's a story behind this box. And once we open it, I'll tell you the story. This is really a product of a couple of YouTube subscribers who I really appreciate supporting the channel and most importantly taking part in the same hobby. And while these are sometimes a pain to open, I'm grateful that they are because it prevents a problem down the line. Okay, that's one side. I was saving some of these boxes, but now I'm getting to the point where I don't have room for them. I think we are here. There's bubble packing in there. That plus we can use that. Okay, can you see what's going on here? Kind of. Alright, well, here it comes. Here is a lot of mess. Here is a Dayton branded metal box fan. This is the twin to the Lasko version that we recently have done videos on. And in that video, that was a fan that I've been looking for about 8 years, right? And someone commented somewhere out there, and because they thought of me when they saw this, and I said, it's funny how that goes. I looked 8 years for the Lasko branded one, and I would have taken the Dayton branded one. I think Dayton's really cool. Dayton, Ohio. But it's one of those things. It's finally found that Lasko like a month ago at this point in time. And turn around, this Dayton version comes up. And thanks to a bunch of subscribers, made me aware of it. And from there, here it is. And then ironically, the same seller has another one of these out there. And of course, subscribers out there are telling me I should get that one too, mainly because they recall the Lakewood P25 video where I have had that fan since it was new back in the 2000s, and how I talk about in that video, I wish I would have bought a couple of them, one to keep because I knew they were going to be discontinued, and another one or two to actually use. So the difference between this one and the Lasko branded one, aside from the badge, is this one, I mean, this is like mint condition, slight little surface blemishes in there. That might have been from manufacturing, but this is mint. This is about as mint as they come. And for those who know the history on these were discontinued, I think 2017, 2018. I believe Lasko actually made these, but then again, maybe I'm wrong. If somebody would like to tell me in the comments, was this initially a Lasko fan and Dayton rebranded it, or vice versa? I tend to think it was Lasko because of the HV blades. These same HV blades they use in their floor fans. So it makes me wonder that Lasko and Dayton worked together on us, and maybe I think this was discontinued ultimately, unfortunately, and I hate to admit it, because of low sales volume, right? So maybe an effort was made by Lasco to partner with Dayton to resell these to see if they could move more of them. Looks like that didn't happen. And maybe it happened for a while. But Dayton's a real cool company. Dayton's really not known for making box fans these days. These were really like the last ones. And again, they were probably a rebrand. But if you go to Dayton's website, it's really cool. Like if you're in a commercial type fans, like the drum fans and the maybe like giant exhaust fans, really neat. But this would be, if you will, kind of like the smallest of them. Super cool. So I'm not going to do the power meter kind of thing here, because I did that on the Lasko, and I should imagine it's exactly the same. But this even has the original sticker up here, warning. Let's see if you can see it in the camera. Right there. I'll read it to you. Warning: to reduce the risk of electrical shock and injury, persons do not use in a window. Interesting. We'll ignore that. And then it repeats itself in two different other languages. One's Spanish and one is maybe French. I had intentions of using it in a window, but I wonder why. Maybe because all the metal and potential lightning. Who the heck knows? But like the other, it has the feet that swing out, but like it almost doesn't need it. And then the reverse side, the sealed up motor I point out in the other video. In one video where we service, this doesn't need to be serviced. I mean, it's perfect. The other one we serviced because it had some surface dust on it. It was clearly used. This I don't think really was. The question I have about this motor is, if anyone can tell me, and I posted it in the other video, is notice how the windings are covered and the shaft through the bearing are covered, which I should imagine makes servicing difficult. So we were trying to break the motor apart to oil back here. Where I'm shooting this video, same place that I shot that one, I didn't have all my tools with me, and I was dealing with one of those screws that, all these screws I think were machined in because they were really difficult to remove, and one was kind of stripped and I didn't have the right tool with me, so I just reassembled it. If you watch that video without actually pulling it apart, but you know, a little bit of time involved to service that, but I think they made these things just to run and try to destroy them if you can. So there is another YouTuber out there who has the Lasko one, who posted a video over 10 years ago on it, and then I commented on it because I was doing a search trying to find one, and I commented on it, and it kind of got the guy's attention, which was cool, and I wish I remember the channel's name because I would give it a shout. But what was cool was, I made some chit chat with him in the comments, which was cool. He's a really nice guy. He did a 10-year update on the video. He still uses a fan, and it was just 10 years later. So that was really, really cool. Again, I think these were just built to run. It's unfortunate that the market really didn't take to them, but they were expensive, and they're heavy, and they're loud. But grounded blue plug. Like the Lasko, this plug has got to be 10 to 12 feet long, which is really cool. The other part, I don't know, and I'll have to do some research, and it's easy research to do, just a quick Google search, is the model number of this, because I believe the Lasko is, someone correct me if I'm wrong, a B0725? Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. This probably has its own designation just to mark that it's a Dayton. So we'll fire it up. Plug's a little bent. Okay. Make sure this isn't on. that was already on. Just go right to low. That's off. So, like the Lasko, this is low. And it really will blow you away. Yeah, as nice of shape that the Lasko one I have is in, this one's actually even better. And really, you know what? The more we look at it and think about it, I do believe it originated as a Lasko, aside from the HV blades. But the badge, I mean, it's all they did was, the shape is still the same. They just put a Dayton sticker to fit on there. All right, medium. What would be interesting is get the Lasko one out and do a comparison in the spin down. It would tell me a lot about the kind of the hours, which I think this has like little, if any. It has little. It's not brand new, but next to it. Okay, high, get ready. That is a very powerful thing. What I like about the switch, it's like an old school switch. It's big, but there's like a snap to it when you click it into each speed, almost a gear. So, to my fellow collectors out there, how many can say, and I say this with pride, not brag, how many can say they have a Dayton version of this, a Lasko version of this, and a Lakewood P25? Pretty proud of that. Those are probably like the crowns of the collection. Yeah, there's some other definitely cool things in my collection, and there's other fans of my collection that actually have more sentimental meaning than these do, but these are just rare, and you wish they would have kept making them because they're modern. They're basically modern classics because they're not vintage yet. Getting close to it. All right, let me know what you think of this. Have you seen a Dayton version of this before? Did you even know it existed? Do you like these? I don't want to hear that they're too loud. Like this, you don't buy these because they're quiet. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe. I really appreciate the comments, and a big shout out to Lamont the Fan Man and SCCP Steve. I hope I didn't get that wrong. I'll try to tag you guys in the description as well. You guys are the best, thinking of me when you saw this, and keep them coming. Thanks for watching.